Hi guys, so we're going to continue on looking at Kahoot now. So we're going to presume that you've watched my last video, you've created your Kahoot, so you've done your questions. Like I talked about last time, approximately 10 to 15 questions is good depending on the genre of topic you're doing. But now that I've created one on game development, so we're going to be looking at that because it's one of my shorter Kahoots, only 11 questions. But one of the positives that you can do with using the Kahoot website as a whole is that you can have a look at all the questions you've done, so I'm happy with all of those, and then I can go to preview. Now this is going to show me exactly what my Kahoot's going to look like from both my perspective over on the left and the player's perspective on the right. So if I've got that now, once it gets started, it'll actually start up with the classic Kahoot music, but what I'll actually do, I'll actually end up muting that once it starts. So we can hear that there, so I'm now going to just quickly mute it. Okay, so we've muted that, just so, for sake of hearing me. So you've got your pin up in the top left hand side, so if I put that in, I've got 1968842. Okay, so enter that, so that's what they could be doing on their phone or their other device. Nickname, remembering to try to make this obviously appropriate for whatever you're doing. So says I'm in, alright, so it says it on my phone there, and just like normal, it will actually take a few seconds for it to appear over in this other screen here. So I'll be the only player today. I'll press start. Okay. Now I think we get 20 seconds for each question. So we have a look at this one. It'll show the question. So what is an actual game genre? Okay, I've then got my phone over here. So I've got to choose one. Okay, so I'll pick that one. I've got it right. So as you can see, gives you the results on the left, and then tells you if you're right on your separate device. Okay, so next one. It shows a leaderboard. What is the most important skill of a game designer? Okay, so having a look at that. Communication. So I obviously know this one, so I know all the answers. So there we go. Just that would probably be the last one. So showing the leaderboard, showing if you get it right or not. So we'll go next. Okay, and then I'm actually going to go down to the bottom right here and click on End Quiz. Okay, so hooray, I came first. Okay, there's the podium. So generally when you've got a lot more people, the podium's going to be filled up if you've got 3 people, no matter what. But now this is where a big positive of Kahoot is. We can go get results. And so as you can see over here, I can rate the Kahoot. Okay, did you learn something? Do you recommend it? And you keep going, okay, and to continue to tell us how you feel. So you got all the smiley faces over there. But from a teaching perspective, a really good one is that you can actually save your results. If I go to save results, and I can directly download them. Okay, so that took a couple of seconds. Okay, once we've downloaded them, okay, it's actually going to give us an Excel spreadsheet. It's going to say, yeah, when we played, hosted by, played with, so how many players, how many questions there were, total correct answers. So it gives you a lot of information. It's actually a really good teaching tool for assessment. It'll go along and as well as gives you feedback and everything like that. If we go to final scores, so it'll show you how many, so you can actually just go across the final scores. That'll give you, so with your players, so that's why I like to actually get the kids to use their actual names, so that way I know, alright, I know who that is and how many correct answers they've got. It's just like it's a fun quiz, so they're not going to feel as much pressure, okay, but they're still going to aim to, you're still learning if they've understood your content of what you're teaching them. So there's that, and you can always save that. That's always a good formative way of assessing. And then you get your feedback as well. So you'll actually get, as people do this and submit it on the right, it'll be appearing there. So you know, hey, does this class enjoy doing Kahoots, or was it a bit of a dud? Am I going to have to come up with a different way to formative assess them, or just even have games with them because they don't like the more competitive games? So thank you for watching. That will be all.